Sorry, honey, no room for you and the kids. We're full. That's what Mom said every Thanksgiving, every Christmas, every birthday I still bothered to call about. Her voice was always soft, almost apologetic, but it landed like a slap. I used to hang up, swallow the ache, tell my kids maybe next year. Then I'd see photos online, the same house, same table, same faces. My brother's kids smiling. My ex-wife sitting right next to Mom. Even the damn dog got a seat. But me, I was always the outsider. This year, I changed the game. I wasn't always the ghost child. I was the one who helped Mom after Dad died, fixed her roof, paid her medical bills, stayed close. My brother, Dylan, was the golden boy. Charming, lazy, and selfish, but she adored him anyway. He's just finding his way, she'd say, while I was the one actually keeping her house running. Then came my divorce. My ex, Clara, left when the business started collapsing. She said I worked too much, loved control more than her. I didn't fight her, I just rebuilt. When I found out she was still going to family dinners with Dylan, it didn't even surprise me. Nothing surprises you when betrayal becomes tradition. The breaking point came last Thanksgiving. My son, Ethan, called me from Mom's house. He whispered, "Dad, why aren't you here? Grandma said you're busy again." Busy? That's what she told him, that I'd chosen work over family. I hung up, drove past her house that night, parked across the street. Lights were on. I saw silhouettes at the table. Laughter, hands, toasts. I zoomed in with my phone camera. There they were, Mom, Dylan, Clara, my kids, and even that golden retriever Max. The only chair empty was mine. That image burned into me. Not sadness, calculation. The next morning I called my broker, sold my half of the business. I had been sitting on prime real estate investments waiting for the right time. I liquidated everything. Quietly. I started buying. Not out of need, but symbolism. A 5-bedroom loft in Manhattan. High ceilings, glass walls, light everywhere. Space that echoed. I sent Mom a postcard 3 months later. No words, just a picture of the skyline. Then I made sure Dylan heard through mutual friends that I'd made it big again. Let him taste envy. Let him mention it over dinner, while Mom defended him for not doing better. Every move was deliberate. Every silence was loaded. 3 days before Christmas, I sent the text. Hosting Christmas Eve dinner this year. Kids insisted. Everyone's welcome. Loft in Manhattan. Plenty of room. Within minutes, Mom replied, "We'll be there, so excited." Dylan followed, "Nice, heard that place is huge." Clara sent nothing, but she came anyway. Of course she did. When they arrived, the doorman buzzed up. I made them wait a full minute before opening the door. They stepped into the marble foyer, eyes wide, impressed. The dining table was long, set for 8. My kids ran to me first, arms around my waist. Mom said, "This is incredible, sweetheart. You really did it." I smiled. "Yeah, Mom, plenty of room this time." Dinner was perfect, wine flowing, food served by a private chef. Laughter bounced off the walls. For a moment, I let them believe I'd forgotten. Then I turned to Clara. "Still enjoying family dinners without me?" Silence. Forks paused mid-air. Dylan looked confused. What's that supposed to mean? I pulled out my phone, tapped the screen, and cast a photo onto the living room projector, the one from last Thanksgiving. My kids, my ex, my brother, my mother, all smiling, toasting, while I sat in my car outside. Mom gasped. Clara looked down. Dylan stammered. "Every year, Mom," I said quietly, "you told me there was no room. Every year, you replaced me at that table with people who had no blood claim to you. So I made sure this table," I gestured around, "would never have that problem again." I stood up. "Because this isn't your home, not anymore." I handed envelopes to each of them. Mom's held the deed to her house, sold. She hadn't realized when I took over her mortgage payments years ago, I'd had her sign everything into my holding company. Dylan's envelope had bank statements, showing I'd quietly reclaimed the trust fund she'd been funneling to him. Clara's divorce clause reactivated by breach of confidentiality. She'd been accepting gifts from my mother, which legally nullified her alimony. They all read in stunned silence. Mom's face drained. How could you? I leaned in. Exactly how you all did. Dylan swore. Clara walked out. Mom cried. I didn't raise my voice once. After they left, the loft was quiet again. My kids slept peacefully in their rooms. Their rooms, not borrowed space at someone else's house. I poured myself a glass of wine, looked out over the Manhattan skyline. For years, I'd begged for a seat at their table. This year, I built my own and made sure theirs collapsed.